this has been a controversial topic for a long time now, whether or not college athletes should be paid to do what they do. I think personally that they should be paid to do what they do. First of all, college athletes spend an average of 43.3 hours per week dedicated to their sport. That's a full time job. The average American full time work contract usually stipulates that the employee will work between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m., and based around their salaries, that would be 40 hours a week. And like I said, the players spend about 43.3 hours per week dedicated to their sport. That makes it a full time job. That's one of the reasons I think they should be paid. Another one of the reasons would be that college athletes struggle to make ends meet. It's already hard enough being in college and being broke, but now you don't even have time for a job because you're too focused on your sport. And the sport really is their future. That's why they went to that school. So they kind of have to do their sport or they can't do anything at all. If they don't do their sport well, or if they don't keep up with academics well, then they won't be able to attend the college anymore. Another reason I think they should be paid is because playing students would only make the sport more competitive. If you pay them, people will want to work harder so they can get paid more for what they're doing. There would be a lot more competition for spots, for even practice spots, because you could always have the chance to work up your way into a paying spot, and I think it would make it a lot more competitive. The NCAA, for some reason, thinks that it would be a bad idea to pay college students, and I don't really agree with them. It's shown in studies a lot that if you were to pay someone, it would clearly motivate them more to do something. And if you want to motivate someone to do something, you pay them. That's pretty much just how it works. Colleges could be more selective in their admission process if they were able to pay people as well. That would make it harder for the college to just let in anyone that they see who they think is good at football. Let's see. Another reason that I think they should be paid is because the money earned from athletics is not automatically reinvested into their education. The money that they earn in the college themselves doesn't really translate to anything that'll help them. It just translates to making their program better, and it's not really going to help their future at all because it's just going to make the school a better place to go after they've already left. Another reason I would say college athletes should be paid for what they do is the fact that college recruits top talent in academics and sports because of the status and the fame of their sports teams. You really have to. Colleges can be more selective in their in their admittance procedures when their sports teams are famous or successful. Many of the universities fall from top 10 colleges in the world or even the country, and going to such a prestigious school should come with its rewards. The college sports apparel market capitalizes specifically on the players as well. You're buying jerseys for the specific college players, and they're not getting anything from it, but their names are the ones on the back of the jerseys, and I just think that's wrong. You shouldn't be able to capitalize on someone's name without giving them compensation back for it. And one of the other things is that if you're a top coach in collegiate sports, then you're rewarded very well. You get paid upwards of $8 million a year. If you go to a program such as like Michigan football or Ohio State football, you can get paid quite a bit for doing the same thing that the players are doing, except you're just coaching them to do it. Salary would help the student athletes learn how to manage their money at a young age, especially if they were to go into the NFL. They would have to learn how to do that because if they're a good player, they're going to go into the NFL, make a lot of money, and you want them to be able to handle their money correctly. And I think a salary would help a student athlete learn how to manage their money in college because money management is one of the most important skills that young people can learn. And paying students even a small salary will help them learn how to manage their money. Another reason I think that they should be paid is because payment would help athletes leave school with more than just a degree. It would actually give them a chance to leave not in debt, with actually coming out on their feet. And the main goal of any serious athlete is to be drafted at the end of their college career, anyways. And you would want them in a salaried position on a national team so that they can begin to get paid for their dream. But many colleges don't see it that way. And The other final main reason that I think they should be paid is because the NCAA is around an $11 billion industry. The NCAA has revenue that rivals many of the country's biggest public companies. It's never compared to these companies because the NCAA remains a non-profit organization. However, each year, the NCAA takes in almost $11 billion across college sports. The biggest earners are football, basketball, and baseball. So, with all of this that they're doing, all this money that they're making, none of it's going back to the players, and it seems a little greedy, honestly, of the schools to be taking this. For example, the University of Alabama took in $143.3 million in athletic revenues alone. This figure is not more than any professional hockey team in the NHL earns, but it's more than 25 out of the 30 NBA teams bring in annually. And that's a professional sport. So, in conclusion, I think college athletes should be paid for what they do because what they do is hard work, takes time out of their day, and you want them leaving college not poor, not going into their dream without any money. You want them to be able to come out running and achieve their dream.